everyone, and welcome to this week's video. This week I thought it'd be fun to continue on the series, I think we're going to call it that now, of assigning these plant kitties to their very own plant witches. And a few weeks ago I did a plant witch assignment of the strawberry kitty to a strawberry bakery witch, and when I was thinking of what to do next, I thought it would be really cute to do the raspberry and the blueberry kittens as belonging to these people that make smoothies. I'm going on a very food theme here. I don't know why, but I just figured that it'd be really fun to do that. So these guys actually don't have names. They are twins and they work at their very own smoothie shop. They have their kitties help them grow the best fruits so that they can make them into delicious smoothies that help revitalize people in the city. It's just a fun, cute idea. I like this sort of idea that all the berry witches work together to help make the best food and drinks around. So I don't know, which character should we make next? I'll be quite interested in seeing what you guys do suggest. Because we've already assigned a plant witch to the pumpkin cat. We've already got one to the obviously to Prickles, and we also have one to the strawberry kitty, and now we have one for the blueberry and the raspberry kitty. So who should we do next? Let me know in the comments section down below. I've been really enjoying these because it has been like a really good exercise in character design, to take something that we have already designed and then assign like a witch to it, thinking about, okay, so how would their personalities gel and this, that and the other. I thought it'd be really fun to assign them that way. I like to think that the raspberry kitty has a little bit of a grump on it, and the blueberry kitties are all like hyper because they're so small and energetic. I like to think that these personalities would shine through on the witch and their wizard, well, their witches more than anything. I just think that would be really cute to do. I don't know, this was just a fun character design exercise. With this piece, I really wanted to push myself with the colour palette. So I actually stepped out of my comfort boundaries with this. I knew I wanted the clothing to be very pastel. So in contrast, I went with a very dark skin tone. Now, I'm not massively familiar with very dark skin tones, and my markers will only push themselves so far for some reason. I don't know what it is, and it's one of my biggest frustrations with alcohol markers. I love using them to absolute pieces, but when it comes to darker skin tones, there are a lot more limitations on them in comparison to lighter skin tones, and I'll find that I can only push the colour so far because they tend to have a lot of very warm tones with darker colours, and I don't understand why there should be a bigger range like there is with the lighter skin tones, but I digress. I try to push the palette as much as I can, but I don't think I pushed it far enough. I feel like there's a lot more that I could go back and add on this now that I've taken a step back and looked at the piece fully. I feel like their faces are a little bit too flat. You'll see that I try to add a little bit more later. I add a bit of purple to the tones to try and push it a little bit more, and add slightly lighter tones where the light would be with polychromos and watercolors, but it just didn't end up the way that I wanted. So I really would like to revisit this in the future and attempt to do that again. I just figured since I was going with a lot of really bright light colours, I really wanted to do the complete opposite with their skin tones and go for quite a dark to really push the palette a little bit more. With these character designs, the one thing that I'm finding is that I'm trying to push like everything with colour a lot more. I tend to stick to very similar colour palettes. I either stick to like very earthy tones or very like light tones, so I've been trying to more and more push my boundaries when it comes to colour, and try to think outside of the box to what I would normally do. I don't tend to use a lot of yellows or reds or oranges. Even though I have a character that has very orange hair, it's a colour that I don't tend to use a lot of, and it's very apparent when I actually look at my watercolour palettes. I definitely have noticed that I tend to favour some colours more than others, so I'm trying to push myself outside of my boundaries with that as well. I think it's always good to challenge ourselves, even if it's within our comfort zones, to challenge ourselves a little bit, to push ourselves to try and better our skills. I think you never know if something doesn't work until you actually try it, and the stuff that I've learnt from doing this, is it perfect? No. Did I have fun doing it? Absolutely. I think the strengths of this illustration definitely lie within the fruit. I think that part is coloured really, really well. I'm really, really happy with that. I really like the clothing. I think some of the poses are a little bit stiff in areas, especially the male character. His pose is just a bit too stiff, whereas the female character has a lot more flow on it. I think I need to work on that, and I also think I needed to work more on the skin tones. Maybe some of my colour choices could have been a little bit better, but overall I do like this piece. It's not too bad. I think it's good to sometimes take a step back and look at your own art with a critical eye. Sometimes our best critic can be ourselves, but at the same time, sometimes you do need help to have a look at a piece for something that you are not seeing. I find that sometimes I'm either able to see the mistakes straight away and be able to rectify that. Other times I'm not able to notice like mistakes until like after the piece is finished, and I look at it and go, okay, so this is how we can improve. It's not you being doubtful or like being very harsh on yourself. It's self-criticizing and learning to understand your mistakes and how you can improve in the future. It's a really good way of improving, because you come to understand, okay, that didn't work because I did this, and how can I improve it next time? It's something I like to do a lot of, especially when I look back at some of my older pieces. I like to look back and think, okay, I can see where I was proud of this piece, but how could I improve this? What did I do wrong? How could I use that material differently? Speaking of materials, the full list of materials that I've used are down below as always. I used a Canson mixed media paper, my Winsor & Newton / Letraset Pro markers. They are the same brand. They've just rebranded a while ago. I just have a lot of the old markers. I've had some of these for years. I also used some Winsor & Newton watercolours, as well as the Polychromos and Prismacolor pencils. I use a little bit of white gel pen as well, just to put some highlights in certain areas, just where I felt like it could have done with a little bit of a push. But overall, you know, I was pretty happy with this piece. But now that I look at it and I can see things, I'm just like, okay, this is how we can improve next time. I've really enjoyed these character designs because when I designed the kitties, I just had a lot of fun designing the kitties in general. But now assigning like plant witches to the kitties has been really fun, because now I get to think of like the characters' personalities and would they exist in the background of this world? Would they have been at the same school, the same lessons as Marie and Lavender? Like, it gets me thinking about the story of this world and like pushing my boundaries and thinking of how I can make this better than I wanted to originally. I now have a lot more fun character designs, and I get to think and flesh out the world a lot more than I originally planned, and it's been a lot of fun doing that. It really has. These sort of like exercises in character design are sort of like a refresher of, instead of me because I'm working on the comic, it's almost like, I get to do new character designs and it's fun. But no, these twins were fun to draw. I really enjoyed drawing all the plants at the bottom. That was so much fun. It's one of my favourite things actually at the moment, is studying and drawing plants. I've just been on this like wave of like drawing a lot of nature stuff at the moment, and it's been an awful lot of fun. Speaking of plant witch character designs, you guys have been tagging me online of all the amazing designs that you have been working on, and I cannot say how much in love I am that people have been creating their own characters to fit in this universe. It blows my mind that people are excited about the story, and I want to make it as, you know, wonderful for you as possible. And there will be updates very soon, I do promise. It's overwhelming when I think that people are excited about it and they're designing their own characters to fit into this world. It's so exciting. Also, it's very weird. As recording this video, we are about 600 people away from 50,000 of you, which is phenomenal. I cannot thank you all enough. Like, it means a lot to me that you watch these videos and that you comment and you reply, and that you obviously, like, it means a lot. And I know a lot of people will say that, and you're probably like, yeah, but it really does. It encourages me every single week to draw. It encourages me and excites me to create a video for you guys and to work on something, to produce something. It's been a lot of fun, and this journey over the last nearly 4 years now has been such a ride that I'm very, very grateful for it. You may have seen if you follow me on Instagram, Twitter, or you may have even seen on the stories on here, I'm planning to do a not Twitch stream, I'll do it here on YouTube. I'm planning on doing a 50k stream and coming on suggestions with you guys through talking with you all. Some of you suggested that maybe we design like a Plant Witch character together, or maybe do like some original art giveaways on the stream and stuff like that. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Like, it's amazing and so overwhelming, and I'm really grateful to every single one of you. Thank you for always listening to me every single week. Thank you for watching my videos every single week and just being so supportive. It's amazing. So here is a few final looks of the overall piece. I am quite happy with it. As I said, I feel like I should push the shadows a little bit more, especially on the faces. I think they just look a little bit flat, if I'm honest. But overall, I had a lot of fun with this piece. And let me know what Plant Witch kitty you would like to see have their Plant Witch designed. That's a lot of Plant Witch. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day. And as always, folks, stay creative.